How are you doing, my dear kids? Are you good? Excellent. Welcome to our English class. Okay. For today, we are going to do a small review about second conditional. Okay, and you have to remember some important things about second conditional. Our objective to analyze the grammar that we use in second conditional. When do you use second conditional? We use second conditional to express hypothetical situation, okay? And it is important this. In the second conditional, you have to join two grammar. Simple, past simple, and modal verb would. Very good. In the case when the if clause is in the first part, the verb is in in simple past, sorry. And you have to put a comma, and then the second part, the sentence is using the modal would. Okay, don't forget that. La primera parte, cuando tenemos la cláusula if, va en pasado simple. La siguiente, después de la coma, la oración va con el modal would. No se olvide. Okay, let's start with this. And then, if you want to change, si usted quiere cambiar, it is possible. You can do that. But you have to know if you change the order, you don't use the comma, okay, when the sentence is using the modal would. No, don't forget that. Okay, remember, for second conditional, you have to use past simple and the modal would. Okay, let's start with some important things, and let's start with your book. Okay, please open your color book on page, listen, on page number 72. Okay, in this page number 72, activity B, we are going to practice second conditional. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. In this case, you have 4 sentences and you have to write the sentence in second conditional. If the sentence is using the if clause, the first part you have to use past simple. Don't forget that. And if you use the second part, you have to use the modal would. Excellent. Let's analyze number 1. Please read the sentences number 1. If humans, in this case we are going to use in the first part if, the verb you have to write in past. What is the past of the verb destroyed? Destroyed is a regular verb. If you want to change a regular verb in past, you have to add ed in the final, destroyed. Okay? Every tropical rainforest, it would affect the climate, rainfall patterns, and the oceans. In this case, you have to look would is the modal verb. In the second part, remember, you have to use would, the modal would in the sentence. Let's start with number 2. Please read number 2. Okay. If the tropical forest disappeared, in this case, the sentence is using the clause if. For this reason, disappear is in past. Okay, disappeared, desapareció. There in parentheses be, nowhere for native. In this case, okay, stop in this part. In this case, you have the verb be in parentheses and in the second part of the second conditional. In this case, what grammar do you have to use? Past simple or modal would? Excellent. You have to use modal would. You have to write would and the verb in the base verb would be. Okay, you cannot change or conjugate. Okay, number 3. If animals, you have the verb in parentheses, you have to their homes. You have to change this verb in past simple. Please try to do that. Okay, do you finish? Yes, of course. In this case, we are using in the first part the clause if. For this reason, you have to change the verb in past. Okay, and analyze the second part. Comma, it is important. Don't forget the comma. Sorry, they would become extinct. In this case, we have to use the modal would because the second part always you have to use would and the verb become in the base form. You can conjugate or change. You cannot write ed or change in past or ing. Okay. Number 4. If tropical plants died, we the same. You have the same. In a phrase, in this part, you have a verb. But remember, in the first part, when you use if, the verb is in past, died. And now you have to use the modal, in this case, would, exactly. And you have to write the verb, the same verb, in this case, in the base form, okay? And you have to write the same. All there, read please, try to read. Okay, continue with the reading. Yo le voy a enseñar con el cursor y usted continúe la lectura, ¿ok? Many new ones that haven't been discovered yet. Excellent. Very good, my dear student. In this sentence are using second condition. Don't forget that. Okay, let's analyze our answer. Okay, number 1, destroy with it in the final. Number 2, with the modal would, and the verb be in the base form. And in this case, the third, you have to use the past of the verb. And in number 4, you have to use would, the modal, and the verb in the base form. El modal, would, y el verbo en su base. Copiamos exactamente lo mismo, no cambia nada. Okay? Now, please, open your color black and white book. Okay? Please, open your black and white book. Okay? And in page number 72. Page number 72 on your black and white book. Activity 8. This is your homework. Complete the sentence using the phrases from the box. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4 sentences, and you have to complete. For example, if everyone plant a tree, the result, you have to use one of these phrases and complete in this part. Lee el enunciado y mira cuál de estas sería la consecuencia y le escribe, ¿ok? This is easy. And then, the activity B. Write sentences using the phrases in parentheses. Es lo mismo que acabamos de practicar en el librito de color. Usted tiene la oración. Recuerde, la primera parte siempre utilizamos el pasado simple y la segunda ocupamos el modal would. Algo que les voy a ayudar es que les he señalado cuáles son los verbos que tendría que cambiar a pasado. Muy bien. Y la siguiente parte usted va a ocupar toda la partecita que está después del slash, tanto antes como después, para completar las oraciones. Recuerde que estamos ocupando, we are going to use second conditional. Excellent, my dear student. Please, this is your homework. Please, you have to do, and you have to send me to the classroom. My dear student, for today we are going to do your questionnaire, okay? Please open your notebook and write your questionnaire. Question number 1. Choose the sentence in past simple. The options are: I bought a lot of chocolates for the party yesterday. I buy a lot of chocolates for the party. I have bought a lot of chocolates for the party yesterday. The number one is the answer. Why? Because in past simple you have changed the verb only in past. In present, buy, comprar. In past, bought, compré. And this keyword yesterday. Esta palabrita yesterday, last week, last year, last month, nos ayudan para saber que la oración está en past simple. Don't forget that. In this case, I bought is in present. I have bought. In this case, the sentence is using auxiliar of the present perfect. This sentence is in present perfect, okay? Number one is the answer. Please copy. Copy. And this. Choose the sentence in past simple, the same. Number one. She had 5 math homework last week. She has 5 math homework. She had 5 math homework. Number one is correct. Why? Because in past simple you have to change the verb in past. Have, present, tener, in past, had. And also the keyword, last week, la palabra clave, last week. She has 5 math homework is in, this sentence is in present. She had 5 math homework. This sentence is in past perfect. Excellent. Next, choose the sentence in present perfect. Okay, in present perfect, I have lived in Ecuador for 4 years. I lived in Ecuador for 4 years. I am living in Ecuador for 4 years. Number one is correct. Why? Because when you use a present perfect, you have to use the auxiliary. In this case, you have to use has or have. Excellent. I have lived, the auxiliary and the verb in past participle. The second sentence, I lived, only the verb is in past. And en este caso no está el auxiliar que necesitábamos ocupar en el present perfect como es el has o el have. Por esa razón es incorrecta. Y la última, I am living in Ecuador. The verb is using ing. This sentence is in present continuous or progressive. Okay, the answer, the correct answer is number one. Okay, please copy. The next, choose the option in report speech. Nancy said, I am sick. Esto fue lo que Nancy dijo. Ahora nosotros tenemos que reportarlo usando el report speech. What is the correct? Nancy said that she was sick, or Nancy said what? I was sick. Number one is correct. Why? Because Nancy said that, okay, this is so important, these words. She was sick. You have to change the name of she. Nancy can replace with she. And also, you have to change in past. Excellent, my dear student. And this, choose the sentence in present perfect. Juan and Julián have worked in a hospital for 6 months. Juan and Julián work in a hospital for 6 months. Juan and Julián are working in a hospital. Number one is correct. Why? Because in present perfect you have to use the auxiliary has or have. In this case, the sentence is using have because Juan and Julián are a lot of people, and also you have to use have. Okay, this is the correct answer. In this case, only the sentence is in present. In past simple, and the last one is in present continuous because the sentence is using ing. Okay, and that is all for our class, my dear student. You have to do your homework. Sorry, and you have to do the questionnaire. Please, practice, study a lot. Okay. Bye bye, my dear student. Take care.